You asked for a deep dive, so here it is. A practical, hands-on walkthrough of Vizard and how it stacks up against the other AI tools you have likely seen floating around the internet lately. I am currently logged into the Vizard dashboard, and if you have not used it before, creating an account is extremely quick using email, Google, or whichever sign-in method you prefer. Once you are inside, the homepage feels clean and focused. You will see recent projects, suggestions for workflows, and a handful of templates to get your creative process started. It is not cluttered with 30 different experimental AI toys. Instead, the platform is built around helping creators turn long-form content into consistent, high-performing short clips. Let us quickly run through what Vizard actually does and why that matters for your daily content strategy. The core idea is repurposing long videos into snackable content, clips that perform well on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and other major social channels. However, Vizard does not just trim and export your footage. It intelligently finds the specific moments that have genuine viral potential. The auto-editing viral clips feature automatically analyzes an hour-long stream, spots the high engagement bits, like jokes, reveals, and emotional peaks, and creates ready-to-post clips for you. That is absolutely huge if you are a creator juggling a podcast, live streams, or long-form interviews and you want to be everywhere without hiring a dedicated editor. Now, you could try stitching clips together manually with a standard editor or use other AI suites that promise various types of generative power. For example, Runway ML is packed with tools like text-to-video, 3D capture, and background removal, which is great if you need experimental effects. However, that can be overwhelming and expensive if your main goal is simply social repurposing, especially when you are navigating a complex credit economy. Descript is another popular name, which is killer for transcription and audio-first work, and their studio sound is genuinely great at cleaning up messy audio. But Descript's clip generation still leans heavily on you to manually identify which parts of the video should actually go viral. CapCut and mobile-first editors are handy for quick edits and trendy effects, but they do not offer a holistic scheduling and distribution workflow. So here is where Vizard sits in the middle. It does not try to be every visual effects lab on the planet. It focuses directly on the creator's pain points, finding the moments, trimming them to the right length, adding captions, and getting them posted on a schedule. Let me show you the features in plain, simple terms so you can see how it works. Upload a long video, like a podcast or lecture, and Vizard immediately starts working to transcribe the audio, which is crucial because captions are non-negotiable for social media. But it goes beyond a raw transcript, as the AI actually scores segments for attention hooks, callouts, and emotional peaks. You will see suggested clip timestamps with thumbnail previews and suggested titles that are fully optimized for viewer engagement. You can accept the selections, tweak them, or ask for variations if you feel like the AI missed the mark. Want an action-packed 20-second cut for TikTok and a 45-second cut for YouTube Shorts? Vizard can produce both from the same source file automatically. One of the things I love about this flow is the subtle automation, such as removing silence and trimming pauses based on your specific tolerance settings. The tool can also clean up audio, handling background hums and basic noise reduction so you do not have to route everything through a third-party audio app. Subtitles are baked right in, and you can style them quickly with presets to match your unique brand identity. Scheduling is where Vizard really separates itself from the competition. Once you have a batch of clips, the auto-schedule feature lets you choose a posting cadence, like daily or 3 times a week, and the AI fills the calendar intelligently. It spaces posts in a way that avoids flooding your feed and staggers different platforms so each audience gets optimized timing. That means you set it once, and Vizard will automatically queue and publish the content based on your linked social media accounts. Pair that with the content calendar, a single place to see all scheduled posts, edit copy, and swap thumbnails, and you have a complete end-to-end repurposing machine. Compare that to the semi-manual workflows most creators use, where you find a clip, export, Upload to each platform, add captions, and then manually schedule. Multiply that by a dozen episodes a month and you are hemorrhaging hours, but Vizard collapses those steps into one simple pipeline. It is not magic that replaces your creative choices, but it is magic that removes the repetitive busy work that slows you down. Now, I do not want to pretend Vizard is perfect for every single use case, as there are limitations. If your job is heavy visual effects, deep motion tracking, or generative video beyond clip editing, you will still want a tool like Runway for advanced compositing. But for creators whose priority is consistent, high-quality social output from long-form content, Vizard hits the absolute sweet spot. Another practical bit is the media management, where all your uploads live in an assets area. Videos, thumbnails, and project files are kept tidy and searchable. You can favorite things, organize into folders automatically, and jump back into any project, which I find totally underrated. It also handles localization quite well, so you can auto-generate subtitles and then tweak translations for different global markets. That is big if you are trying to grow an international audience and reach people in different languages. Let us talk about the results, because creators who use Vizard tell me they can take one 60-minute recording and reliably produce 10 to 30 publishable clips. That is the difference between posting twice a month and posting daily, which is crucial for modern growth. On top of that, the AI's suggested titles and caption prompts are surprisingly useful, and they often spark ideas you would not have thought of yourself. Pricing and value are worth a note, as a lot of alternatives fragment features behind multiple subscriptions or complicated credit models. The real ROI here is time saved. Whether you value your time at minimum wage or as a full-time creator's salary, automating the repetitive parts yields a strong return. So what does a short workflow look like in practice? Upload your raw podcast video, let Vizard transcribe and analyze, review the AI-suggested highlights, and accept a batch of clips. Choose platform presets like vertical crop and captions on, set your posting cadence, and hit confirm to get everything queued. The AI will crop, caption, and cue the clips per your schedule, letting you go back to making another episode or handling other creative work. Pro tip: keep a few branded templates saved so you have consistent stylings on your captions and thumbnails. If you are new to automated repurposing, start small by running one episode through the system. Compare the AI picks to the moments you personally like, adjust the sensitivity settings, and iterate until the machine understands your preferences. And if you are the kind of creator who likes to tweak, the manual editing canvas is still there. Nothing forces you to be totally hands-off. To wrap up, Vizard is not trying to replace the unique strengths of other tools, but is instead carving out a lane laser-focused on turning long videos into repeatable, postable clips. That focus is what makes it powerful and practical for creators who want serious volume without burning out. If you make long-form content and want to be everywhere on social without hiring a small editing team, Vizard is absolutely worth a test run. Alright, if you want, I can walk through a sample upload next, so just drop a link or tell me which platform you want to prioritize and I will map out a step-by-step guide.